I'm excited to show you our new telehealth cart solution that we have here at Poly. So our Poly Telehealth Cart is purpose-built for healthcare providers, but it gives you a lot of flexibility in how you want to use it. There's two main components here. It's our telehealth station at the top, and then we've partnered with CAPSA with our CAPSA Healthcare Cart to create one solution here. So we're going to first talk about the top portion of this. This is the telehealth station. So this telehealth station is appliance driven. So there's no PC running in the background. So this is nice. We don't have to worry about bringing a PC around with us to join a meeting. It's appliance driven, and it's driven by our G7500. So this is an Android-based operating system. Then it allows us to run native applications. So you'll see here my native Zoom application. So this G7500 is just in the back of this cart or the back of this telehealth station cart here. And everything you need is in here running that Zoom application. So again, no PC needed. Everything is built right into the back of this. And this part here is actually VESA mounted on the cart. So we have this telehealth station here, but this could be taken off the cart, could be put on an articulating arm in a patient room, or even sat on a stand in a boardroom. So you have the flexibility not only to use this on a cart, but if you have to move it to a different location, you have that flexibility. This easily comes right off and can be used in different scenarios. So as I mentioned, we have that Poly G7500 running in the background, running that native Zoom application. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see a close-up of the actual part here. So again, this here, all of the electronics are built into the back of this. So no electronics are part of the cart. Everything is built into the back here. The G7500 is encased in the back here. And we also have some different connections on the side. So we have some HDMI in and out, so you can add an additional monitor if you needed to. So maybe you have this in a boardroom, you want to add that additional monitor, you can plug that in. HDMI for content, so a user walking in and want to share content from a laptop, they can plug in here, and also some USB ports for different peripherals. So if you have horoscopes or different medical peripherals, they can be plugged right in the back here to be used in the rooms. We have our 12x times optical zoom camera on the top. So this camera is going to be a great optical zoom camera, so I can zoom in across the room, so you don't need to be right up on top of a patient if you're doing a video call. So great camera here. Again, the G7500 in the back running that native Zoom application. We have 360-degree microphones. So you'll see them wrapped around the edge here. This allows me to walk around the device. Or you have a room, maybe you have a doctor standing behind the device. You don't have to worry about the person who's standing in the back of the room not being able, their voice being picked up and transmitted to the far end. So no matter where you are in the space, you're going to be able to be heard clearly. And then also microphones or speakers coming right out of the bottom here. So we don't have, so the audio is coming right out of the bottom. So it's going to fill up the space there without having to worry about adding additional microphones or speakers throughout the room to be heard clearly. I mentioned there were USB ports on the side for peripherals. We also have here a space for the stethoscope. So if I plug in a stethoscope right there, the nice thing is it's going to automatically mute out any of the other noises happening in the room, so I can hear exactly what I need to with that stethoscope and transmit that across. So 21-inch medical grade touchscreen. So the nice part about this is it's the actual touchscreen, so I can interact, and it's medical grade, so it can be cleaned between uses. You don't have to worry about damaging that screen. We are running, again, that native Zoom application. So we don't have to worry about bringing that PC in the room. I can join into Zoom calls directly here. And if you're used to a Zoom room, then you're going to have those same features and functionalities here. So any of the meetings that my room has been invited to are going to pop up on the side here, and I can just click to join into one of them. Maybe I wasn't invited, I walk into a room, but I need to quickly join a meeting. I can click this Meet Now button, and this is going to allow me to go right directly into a new Zoom call. I can invite someone from there or have them already waiting in the call as well. So with a click of a button, we're in a Zoom call, either invited or just starting that ad hoc meeting. And then again, because this is a touch screen, I can interact and change the features in here. So I have that built-in whiteboard feature. Turn this on black for a video. So I'm in the room, I'm in a call, I need to take notes, I want to share them with the far side. So I can be working on my meeting agenda or notes that I want to take. This is now being transmitted to the far side as well. So I can have that interactive whiteboarding solution right here on the screen. end this, end my meeting. So we can have an invited meeting. We can just join an ad hoc meeting. We can integrate this in with Zoom Phone as well if you have Zoom Phone. We talked about the whiteboard solution, so that works in or out of a call. So I've just walked into a room, maybe I want to take some notes without being in an actual call. You can do that as well. And then I can share some content. So we talked about hardwired in content, so I can HDMI content in if I have something for my laptop. But nice thing also is that wireless content sharing option. So I can walk in, use that Zoom application with my sharing key, or go to that browser and automatically share content from my phone or from my laptop, just wirelessly right up onto the screen. So again, we have that built-in G7500 that's running the Zoom application, going to give you that native Zoom room experience across the board. So we've talked a little bit about the station up top. Now we're going to talk about the cart a little bit. So I'm going to zoom back out here. So zooming back out, again, we've partnered with CAPSA on this. So our med station is sitting on this CAPSA cart. So CAPSA cart is great. It's a very small footprint. You can see it's very small and it's very easy to move around. So it can be moved around from room to room without being big and bulky or getting stuck on things. So lightweight, small footprint, easy to move around. There actually is a battery in here, a 6 to 8 hour battery. So it doesn't always have to be tethered to the wall. That battery is going to last you up to that 8 hours. So you have the confidence that even when it's not plugged in, it's going to work as long as it's charged up. This again has a additional workspace here. So you're bringing your laptop or just a different writing space. This easily comes out here. We have a lot of on-screen controls here, and they can be controlled by different pins. So every clinician can have a different pin number, and the settings can go directly to how they want the system to work for them. So for example, I can actually lift this up pretty high for those clinicians who are really tall, or it can be lowered down really low to be brought right up to a patient bed. So you don't have to, so they can be eye to eye if they're on a video call with another doctor. So easily brought a wheelchair right up or next to a bed. So the flexibility of bringing it higher or lower. And like I mentioned, there are those pin codes. So I have my personal pin code. I put it in and the cart's automatically going to go to the settings that I want that work best for me. There's also some lights on this. So if I click this light button, you'll notice that a light would come in under the keyboard, and there's also floor lighting as well. So the floor lighting is really great. You're working at night in a hospital and all the lights are off or very dim. You don't want to have to worry about turning on the overhead lights when coming into a patient's room. So those floor lights are really helpful in those scenarios where the lights may be off or really dim and you don't want to have to worry about disturbing other patients for there. So again, there's a locking drawer down here as well. So you can keep your peripherals in there, or maybe there's meds when you're moving around. That's locked, again, can be controlled by that pin code on there as well. So again, the standard CAPSA cart has a lot of the different keyboard solutions, the extra workspace, the locking drawer, the ability to go up and down, turning on the lights on and off. And then again, our med station sitting on top here with all those great features, running that Zoom application. We have the 12x times optical zoom camera, the 360-degree microphones and speakers coming out of the back here. Again, because it is our G7500 running in the background, it has all those great audio features that we're known for here at Poly, such as our noise block and acoustic fence. So those are two great features. Noise block is really that smart mute for your system. So when people are talking, you hear any of those noises that may be going on, but as soon as someone stops talking, the microphones will actually automatically mute out and you won't hear any distractions that could be happening in the room. So people moving chairs across the floor or shuffling of papers or rustling of bags or papers, any of those noises will be muted out, but then open back up when people start talking again. And then our acoustic fence technology, another great acoustic feature that allows me to configure pretty much like an invisible barrier. So think of in a patient room that's being shared between two people. This person, they're having a video call, you turn on that acoustic fence. So a patient who may be in the other side of the room, any noise that they may be making won't be transmitted through to the call to whoever's on the other end here. So having the ability to block out sound, even within a room, amazing technology, again, built into that G7500. So works seamlessly with this Zoom application on this device. So again, just to reiterate, our new telehealth cart, that med station sitting on that CAPSA cart. This here has that flexibility to be on or off the cart in different scenarios, just face and mounted to the back here. has the G7500 running in it, so you don't need that PC for it to run. And then, of course, all the USB and HDMI inputs on the side for those extra peripherals or an extra monitor or sharing any of that content. And again, seamlessly working with Zoom. So I want to thank everyone for joining and watching this video today about our new telehealth cart solution. And if you have any other questions, you can visit us at poly.com. Thank you.